This is wood nettle. They say stinging nettle doesn't feel too stingy. Very medicinal plant, edible medicinal plant I'm learning about. They call it chew, I think, maybe. Or I know a botanist, there was a botanist with the name Chew in it that identified it. Maybe that's why they call it chew. But as far as I know, this is a form of nettle, which is very beneficial and medicinal. You can, learning about it right now, that you can boil it up to take away the itchiness of the little stings. And as long as you don't go the wrong way, you're real gentle, you won't sting yourself. But if you rub it the wrong way, then it's the same thing that makes you itch when you get bit by an ant. It's the same thing, same chemical in this plant. But there's also another chemical inside the plant that counteracts the itch. So you can actually make a poultice out of this and it won't irritate you out of the entire plant. And it's also, as far as I know, it's edible, medicinal, the whole thing, top to bottom. These I don't know how these little seeds are doing. They might be edible, I'm not sure. I got another one popping up right here. I like it. They say it's basically an indicator of good soil. This is a mulch pile right here that I turned, had it sitting for a good while, a year or so, and I flipped it, flipped it over here on right here, so it was all just basically flipped it once, and that was it. It's just wasn't a whole lot of work, but it was some good soil there now. Nothing gets wasted out here. I moved this Jimson weed over here. It's in a pot. It's mixed with this Brazilian pepper tree. I'm gonna try to bonsai this pepper tree, but I just take these seeds and sprinkle them anywhere, any old which where that I might want some stuff to grow, and they will be able to. I'll use them one way or another as compost. The more biodiversity in the yard, the better. And starting to come together out here. The garden starting to have had some good bananas. This is a plantain. Sweet. It's very sweet. Been using it. I used it in my smoothies. And never looking back. I didn't know. I had no idea plantains were so good, fresh and ripe. But they are. Yeah. Let them get real ripe. They got to get black. They got to turn black. I thought they were bananas at first, but the plantains have a little bit of a tougher skin, and they take long. They're denser, and so they take longer to get ripe. And they have a little bit of different flavor than banana. And someone said like a pumpkin pie flavor, and they said that was gonna seem kind of weird that they said that, but it's not too far off. It's pretty sweet. It does kind of have Nice sweet pumpkin pie kind of taste maybe. But yeah, this is the shady side right here. You're starting to get a little DeCondra in here. And got the rain barrel looking nice and healthy. See if we got any mosquitoes. Nope, I don't see any. There's some rope I made a while back out of palm fronds from this palm tree here. Like I said, try not to waste anything. All these are, I made rope out of, you can make rope out of this stuff. It's not as strong though. If you use the that part right there, the wood part in the center, you got to get it when it's fresh, or else it gets real tough to work with. You get it when it's fresh. Try to get the fiber separated, and then you can even soak it in the. I was soaking it in the rain barrel and softening it up that way, and it was actually working as the it was making the rain barrel water like brown when I would soak it, and almost smelled kind of like methane-y, kind of a cow manure smell, which I don't mind at all. And I was thinking that it must have had a lot of nutrients, so I used it as fertilizer for when I was watering the plants. And the fibers are real strong. I think I left them out in the sun, and they're just holding up. They just hold up pretty good. Get a lot of bang for your buck. This is a pile that needs to get covered up a little bit better. It's kind of tacky looking right now, but I got an avocado tree right now. It's protecting the roots on this avocado tree. I'm trying to keep this thing short and branchy and strong, so it can hold big, heavy avocados. This is a collard green or something like that, or a mustard green or something. A little spicy. It's good. And this pineapple plant's gotten beat up. It's kind of in the shade too much. I like to put it front and center somewhere and trim it up, make it look a little better. It's not really in a good spot right here. I think I'm going to flip a couple of my compost piles and maybe flip some over here so that there's fresh dirt, so I can lay some plants in there like that, where they can get front and center in the sun. They can be up high. Like a lot of my pineapples are starting to get buried down low, and I want them to get up front and center, like on a hill. Basically, top of a hill would be ideal, because I think they really like the sun, and they don't need full sun. As long as they get full sun at some point during the day, they'll do okay. I think they can take full sun as long as they got plenty of nutrients. So, and hopefully I'll have a lot more pineapple coming in this year. So I'm crossing my fingers. I had about 4 this year. One got eaten up by a raccoon or an animal, and the animal seemed to have enjoyed it pretty well. Didn't leave one morsel, but that's all right. The plant's still in good condition, so I think they They can go ahead and reproduce every year, I believe. I'm not too sure. I'm not actually 100% sure on that, but anybody wants to chime in, I'm gonna go ahead and post this video. Let me know what you think. If you're from another country, rate, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment in your language. Well, that one's got 4 sides. This one's got 3, but it's from the same plant. So this is basically dragon fruit, as far as I know. I need to put a post right here so this thing can, it'll have a shoot right here. Wait, where am I at? This thing will have a shoot right here, and it'll shoot straight up. And I'm gonna need something to support it because it keeps getting lost. But it's a climber. It likes to climb. You just got to give it a little support sometimes, and if you don't have a lot of things for it to naturally climb up on, which I will actually provide because I just planted some moringa seeds right there, and these things grow so fast they will actually be a living support for it right there. Got another aloe right here, and I'm getting dichondra started in the pots a little bit. Got my raspberry bush getting sprawled out here. Not getting a whole lot of sun, but gets a good bit of sun out right here. And it's got it going through this tree, and it's going up way up here too as well. And I cut it right here because it kept falling down. I was trying to get it across over here, and but I didn't want anybody to cut their face on it, so I just cut it. And it will start spreading. It'll start spreading out and making raspberries pretty soon. I've been putting there's a lot of mulch there, so if it doesn't produce raspberries, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm pretty sure it will though, pretty soon. Try to keep you updated. Gotta love, these are the moringas that are about 3 years old, and the wind actually snapped the top off of it. They're not real strong. They snap pretty easy. Relatively soft wood, I guess you would say. But they sprawl out. I mean, they're strong. They must be strong, but I think the reason they're strong is because they got a lot of water. That's what makes them soft. But they're strong enough to sprawl out and provide a lot of shade. Moringa is the miracle tree. If you don't know about it, you need to know about it. If you have any kind of illness in your family, or anyone who know anyone is ill, or you yourself is struggling from any kind of illness, natural is the only way to go. And this is as natural as it gets, a tree right here that provides all the vitamins you could possibly ever ask for. Check it out, Moringa, miracle tree, moronga, in the Philippines, and native to Australia, or native to Asia, Africa, and I guess maybe Australia, but I think Asia and Africa is what they're saying. But it does well in anywhere warm. It can tolerate I think as far north as maybe North Carolina, and I sent some seeds to a guy in Oklahoma, and one of the guys knows some people that has some land out there, and I'm kind of curious to how that's all going to turn out. And yep, these are my star fruit trees. I think I split this one right there, and it split in two. I cut it and it went in two, and then that's a separate tree. It's actually two separate trees, but they're real close together. This is just one, and I just trimmed it the other day. Not the other day, but the other month or so ago. And I need to trim it again. It's getting whipped around by the wind, and doesn't really need to be getting whipped around. I'm just trying to build the trunk up right now because it's not strong enough. I don't think it's going to be strong enough to produce fruit for like another year or so, maybe a year or two, and then after that should be about 15-20 years of production. You know, be out here eating free food. These are these oranges that are finally getting ripe, and I just had a ruby red grapefruit. These are lemons right here. Some of those are falling on the ground. I'm gonna pick those up off the ground. And these are another orange tree. Actually, I think, yeah, these are oranges, but they taste kind of lemony. I think they cross-pollinated with the lemon. This is another mulch pile that I did not too long ago. It's starting to look okay though. It don't look too bad considering it's winter time, and I just chopped and dropped it on the ground. But these are the ruby red grapefruits, and they're starting to get ripe. And these are the moringa cuttings right here that I just stuck them in the ground when I was trimming the moringa the other day. And I got some people checking out the garden right now. I'm gonna go ahead and post this